Hey, what's going on, guys? We got ourselves some breaking news. So the Secret Service has officially closed the White House cocaine investigation due to lack of evidence. Now, there are a lot of major red flags here that I see. But let's just go ahead and get into the story. So it says here, no fingerprints or DNA turned up on the baggie of cocaine that was found in a lobby at the White House last week, despite a sophisticated FBI crime lab analysis and surveillance footage of the area didn't identify a suspect, according to a summary of the Secret Service investigation obtained by the Associated Press. Reading further into the article, U.S. Secret Service agents found the white powder during a routine White House sweep on July 2nd. So that means that this investigation happened in a span of 11 days. It took them 11 days of investigation just to turn up with nothing. They have no idea who brought cocaine into the White House. Continuing to read on, it says, in a heavily trafficked West Wing lobby where staff go in and out and tour groups gather to drop their phones and other belongings, the presence of cocaine at the White House prompted a flurry of criticism and questions from Republicans who requested a briefing. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So the bottom line is, it says here the complex was briefly evacuated as a precaution when the white powder was found. Okay, you guys get the point. The bottom line here is, and by the way, here's the official statement from the Secret Service. A lot of red flags here. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't believe them. Something's not right here. It's really hard to believe that they didn't find out who did this. It just really is. The White House is supposed to be the most secure place in the nation. I mean, for crying out loud, that's where the president lives. It's the freaking White House, surrounded by Secret Service agents. You're not supposed to be able to really do anything in there. And the fact that somebody was able to bring cocaine into the White House and they have no idea who did it, they have no idea where it came from, is very worrisome. I got to be honest with you guys. This actually reminds me of the January 6th insurrection, because during that time, you basically had a bunch of Trump supporters, a bunch of crazy Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol building. They stormed the building where a bunch of senators do their job. Like, that's where they go to legislate. And somehow, unfortunately, our nation's capital is so unsecure. Bunch of crazy people from rural areas in America stormed the Capitol, and on behalf of Trump or whatever they did it for, stormed the Capitol and just wreaked havoc. They should have never been able to get in there. The cocaine should have never been able to get into the White House. The White House is extremely secure. You got to go through all these different checks and checkpoints just to get in. And the fact that they weren't even able to find out who did it is even worse. Let me show you guys something else. So some of you guys might not remember this, but there was this anthrax attack that happened back in 2001, right around the time of 9/11. We'll read some key facts right here. I'll just zoom in just a little bit. It says right here, during that attack, 5 people died and 17 people were sickened during the anthrax attack in the fall of 2001. Outbreak is often referred to as Amerithrax. Anthrax was sent via anonymous letters to news agencies in Florida and New York and a congressional office building in D.C. Of the 5 victims who died of inhalation anthrax, 2 were postal workers. The other 3 victims were an elderly woman from rural Connecticut, a Manhattan hospital worker from the Bronx, and an employee at a Florida tabloid magazine. And then it also says that the letters were sent to NBC anchor Tom, Senate Majority Leader Tom again, Senator Patrick, all these different people. Then it says right here, the FBI has interviewed more than 10,000 people and issued more than 6,000 subpoenas in the case. Then you got a bunch of victims. The bottom line is, if you can't figure out or prevent somebody from bringing cocaine in the White House, who's to say you're going to be able to stop somebody from bringing anthrax in the White House? If somebody wants to bring a biological weapon and commit a biological threat, bring a biological threat to somebody in the White House, you have now shown the entire world that they can do it. I mean, for crying out loud, this is absolutely insane. You're the freaking White House. You've got to find who did this. You've got to. I mean, seriously, you've got to. It goes beyond just, the fact that cocaine is in the White House and all that. It goes beyond it. This really is a national security thing. You are now letting all the criminals out there who want to do things. Remember, we just had a news story. Let me type it up real quick. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. We literally just had a news story where some crazy person tried to basically go after Barack Obama. Yeah, here it is right here. Man went near Obama's home after Trump posted alleged address. Some crazy guy literally went into Barack Obama's neighborhood and was literally going after him. What do we also see? We saw a situation where some crazy guy with a hammer harmed Nancy Pelosi's husband, the former Speaker of the House. You know, this stuff is serious. This situation where the politics is very, very serious. Like, you don't know where the next attack is going to come from. You have no idea. But one thing you do know is there are people out there who desperately want to do harm to our country, to our politicians, to this nation. And, you know, if you're the Secret Service, you've got to do a better job. I mean, for crying out loud, these last few years, it's been fully exposed that the Secret Service is not all that great. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell it like it is. The Secret Service has not done that great of a job in protecting the people that they're supposed to protect. Doesn't Nancy Pelosi get a Secret Service detail? How the heck was some crazy guy able to go in there and harm her husband? Where's her Secret Service at? How was somebody able to get in the vicinity of Barack Obama and get very close to his house? Where's the Secret Service at? You're a former president. How the heck is somebody able to bring cocaine into the White House and not get caught? They get away scot-free. They could have brought anthrax in there and got away scot-free. What do you mean you can't find them? There's cameras everywhere. You better start interviewing people. Look, you better pull up the schedule. Who all was in here on the day of July 2nd when the cocaine was found? Okay, bring them all back. Get them all back. Interview. Do something. I don't know. You're the Secret Service. You've got to do better than this. So, yeah, I'm just amazed. I'm so amazed that they weren't even able to find this person. I really think, I really find it hard to believe. Okay, I really find it hard to believe that they were not able to figure out who in God's name brought cocaine into the White House. That's insane. I mean, for crying out loud, if you bring cocaine into a Walmart, they will be able to figure out who did it because there's cameras everywhere. There are literally cameras everywhere in the White House. How do you not know who the heck brought cocaine in the White House? Just really scares me. It really makes me think that they don't want to put out what really happened. That's what it really makes me think. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those crazy conspiracy people. I don't think that Hunter Biden did it. I'm not one of those people. But I think it's very possible that they know who did it, and they just, I don't know. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe that they have no idea who did it. That is absolutely insane. With all the resources they have, with all the cameras they have, it's freaking 2023. There are cameras everywhere. There's no reason, there's no way you can't figure out who did it. No way. So whatever. That's the situation we got here. Now we know our country is not all that secure. The Capitol building is not all that secure. People are literally able to storm the Capitol and do damage, which literally happened. Our White House is not all that secure. People can literally bring substances and biological threats into the White House, and Secret Service can't find out who did it. So yeah, that's the world we live in, folks. That is the United States in 2020. Unsecure and unsafe. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.